Alright guys, welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. It's me, TheBladeGamer, of course. And in the last video, we did the Spirit Temple, the Young Link Spirit Temple portion, and finished up the last of Young Link's side quest, which was selling the bunny hood to the Marathon Man out in Hyrule Field. Now you may be wondering why I'm in the Zora's Fountain. Well, if you've noticed, there's this silver rock right by the Great Fairy Fountain. And below it is a hole that you can go through. Now I also suggest having the Lens of Truth equipped, just so that you can get through this area a bit easier. As you can tell, there are some Skulltulas hanging on the wall, which can be very tricky. And up here is a ladder that you can climb up. Now, this area is very well hidden. Most people wouldn't suspect to come back here. But if you want a gold Skulltula, you need to come back here. But it does have to be night. So you're going to want to change it to night if you haven't already. Alright, and it's going to teleport me back to the entrance, so I'm going to cut ahead to where I just was. Alright, so I'm back up here where I was just a moment ago, and right here will be the last gold Skulltula in the Zora area. Now, if you're missing one gold Skulltula after you've cleared all the temples in pretty much every area in the game, this might be one that you're missing, so you're going to want to make sure to get it. Like I was trying to say earlier, it is not accessible until after you have the silver gauntlets. Unfortunately, the Megaton Hammer will not get rid of the rock like it would in Death Mountain Crater. And we only have 4 Skulltulas left in the game, 2 in the Spirit Temple and 2 in the Desert Colossus. Now right over here is kind of like a watery area. I always found it cool. I always wondered if you could get over there somehow, but I don't think you can. Anyway, so remember that Gerudo Labyrinth I was talking about? Or the Gerudo Training Ground, whatever you want to call it? That's where we're headed next, so I'm going to cut ahead to that area now. Now, I want to mention that after you save the Carpenters, the bridge will be repaired, so that it's not quite as hard to get across. Honestly, I kind of preferred that they did not fix the bridge, so that way you could always jump across the Epona, but nonetheless, not a big deal. Now, I'd like to mention that you cannot play the Requiem of Spirit to get to the Gerudo's Fortress. Unfortunately, if you enter the Desert Colossus and go to the Haunted Wasteland to get back here, you'll just end up going back to the Desert Colossus instead of Gerudo Fortress. Alright, so if we talk to this girl, she's like, this is the Gerudo's Training Ground. Membership card verified. 1 try for 10 rupees. And we'll try it. Alright, I'll take your 10 rupees. Give it your best shot. So, this is another mini dungeon in the game, if you want to call it that. It is not required by any standards. I just like to do it. It's, it's fun. But they're like, if you can overcome the trials in the chambers ahead, then and only then will you be qualified to hold our secret treasure. Alright, so if you desire to acquire a hidden treasure, you must strive to obtain the keys hidden in certain chambers. Alright, so we can't get the treasure, which is in this room, until after we've gotten a lot of keys. So, we can't go there first. So I am going to take the left path first. It's up to you. If I'm not mistaken, the left path requires the silver gauntlets. Defeat all of the enemies in a limited time. So, in each room you will have a challenge. In this case it is Stalfos, which kind of sucks because they're annoying, but with Big Orange Sword they're not that bad. Alright, so with a jump attack and a normal slash, you'll be able to get rid of them with ease. Now this area generally isn't too hard, but again, if you want to finish it, you need the silver gauntlets. Alright, so in this room, it's gather the jewels of white, while avoiding traps and danger. So I guess that maybe these aren't actually silver rupees, maybe they're white rupees, but it says they're silver, or they look silver is what I meant to say. So there's two right near the beginning. There's a wall blocking this one. Now if you want to have the Goron tunic equipped, it will make it to where you cannot catch on fire, which is very useful, I must say. But I just personally don't like it that much. I don't like the color, so I'd rather have a tunic that I enjoy wearing than extra fireproof. Let's see. Is there another silver rupee down here? Yes, there is. And that leaves one more. Let's dodge this boulder yet again. And the last one is right here, which allows us to exit right here, but we need to hook shot or long shot. Without the necessary items, one will be confounded by impossible mysteries. Alright, so there are two Wolfos. They are very easy to get rid of. No problem at all. Now, if I'm not mistaken, that is a fake door. Alright, and they were saying one with silver hands will be able to pass the test or something like that. So that is a clue that you need these silver gauntlets in order to progress. There's some arrows in here, not a small key unfortunately. Push this all the way to the end, and we cannot progress. But I believe we want to destroy this door right here in order to progress. And I believe if we equip the Lens of Truth, we will see something. Yep, right there. So we need the hook shot. I will clip it over my Ocarina because we don't need the Ocarina in this place. And now we can enter here, which will open up that door at the end, but also allow us to enter here, which we cannot really do anything in because we need to switch to open that door. So now we want to jump back out and go to the silver gauntlet room. Alright, so try and kill the lights in any way you can. Again, they only take one hit with the big Goron sword, so they're not as bad. And right here is a small key. And here's a blue rupee. And here is, I believe, a small key. Nope. A trick. So, always be wary of that. But in here is the huge rupee worth 200 rupees. Okay. Okay, good thing I thought of that. Or else I would have been screwed. But here's the small key. So there are 4 treasure chests in this room. One of them is a trap, though. So, Now we want to head to the other side of the dungeon. I will cut ahead and see you back in the main room. Alright, so back in the main room, we want to hit this eye switch. I forgot about it, but it contains a treasure chest. Where did it appear? Right here. And it has some arrows in it, if you need them. And I guess this is the one that appears. So yeah, you get some small chests for doing that, so it's worth your time. And now we want to go on the right side of this mini dungeon. Defeat the enemies in a limited time. So these are actually Dinofulls, not Wizifulls. They're about the same as Stalfos, I'd say. So they take one jump attack and one normal slice, or whatever you want to call it. Here's a Beamos. They're kind of annoying. But that takes care of that. And we get another treasure chest. There are some recovery hearts around the sides of the room if you desire to have them. In this room we have yet another silver rupee puzzle. Cross the Sea of Fire. Now, this is, it makes it a lot easier if you have the hover boots at this point. I'm going to equip them now. So I suggest using the hover boots in this specific room if you have them. You should at this point, because it's meant for you to do the Shadow Temple before you do the or the Spirit Temple in the Gerudo area. So, okay, I failed. But what that will do is get rid of that fire right over there, and will allow you to get the silver rupee that's in it. So we want to head here and fail again. So I'm just going to cut ahead till I actually get there. I don't know why I'm failing so miserably though. Alright, so and the last silver rupee will be right up here, which opens up that door. Well, no, it doesn't open up that door. It opens up that door. Why did I pause? Didn't mean to. Alright, so now we're going to want to jump back down. Not fail like that, but we do want to jump back down and enter that door. Seriously, I'm losing all of my health just because of this. That's pretty ridiculous. But I don't have a fairy, so that doesn't help either. Collect the underwater gems. Alright, so we have yet another silver rupee collecting thing. So I hope you guys are really good at silver rupee collecting, because this place is jam-packed full of them. Alright, so I'm going to equip my iron boots and the Zora tunic. I assume you'll want the long shot equipped as well, because most everything involves a long shot underwater. So here's that. I don't want arrows, I want hearts, dang it. And of course they don't give me hearts. Alright, so this is kind of a, not really a puzzle, but kind of a, you switch around the iron boots and the normal Kakiri boots, back and forth, back and forth. There's a silver rupee up here, which I'm going to grab really quickly. And I am going to re-equip my iron boots. And use my long shot to hopefully get the rest of them. Hopefully I will not die. That would be pretty bad if I did. So there is 3. 4, hopefully. And the last one is right here. Which will make a treasure chest appear, which we can easily unpause and get back up to the top. And we get a small key, so it is required to enter here if you want to get the treasure at the end of this mini dungeon. Now, equip the hover boots again. Let this bubble fly around so we don't get killed. Alright, so get to this platform and we can take our time now. Alright, so I'm just going to save myself and just long shot instead of potentially killing myself right away. Find a secret passage in this room. Alright, so the Kakiri boots come back. Don't kill me, Torch Slug. No! Yes, I want to save. Yes, I want to continue playing. Alright, so I'm just going to cut ahead back to where I was, because I'm just failing miserably, guys. I'm sorry. I will see you in just a moment. Alright, so I finally killed the enemies in this room, which were kind of annoying. I can't believe they killed me completely, but I haven't had a fairy and an empty bottle in a long time, so I'm not surprised that I died at some point. I'm just going to take off the hover boots because they're annoying, and now we're going to take out the Megaton Hammer and look for a hidden path. Alright, so there's an eye switch right here, which will unlock the door, but that is not what we need. Alright, so it's not there either. So that leaves this one right here. Or not. So do you get anything in this room, or is it... Ah, right here. So that unlocks something, but it doesn't tell you what. My guess is that it's the grates back in that other path. I probably should have taken this path first, but I chose not to. Blind the eyes of the statue, so will do. It's not too bad if you're decent at aiming like I am. Here's 2. 3. Okay, so we have to get them all in one go-round, so I'm just going to cut ahead till I get them all. Alright, so we got all of them, and now we have access to this area right here. Now, is there a hook shot thing that we can get on so that we don't end up killing ourselves? I guess not. But we get another small key. Now, we want our long shot out yet again. We can get out right here. Now, Navi goes up there, but I'm not sure if the Scarecrow song will work. No, it will not. So, in order to get that other key, we will need to walk all the way back around. So I'm going to cut ahead back to that room and cut around to save a lot of time. Alright, so now that we press that switch in that other room with the hidden statues, we have access to this door over here. Now, I do suggest taking the right path first. I did not realize this until, well after where I was. But we get a small key right here. I actually missed another small key. I'm going to see if there's a way to get it. If not, I'm going to meet you back in the center area. So, I will see you all in just a moment. Alright, so we're back in the center area, and we have all the small keys that we can get at this point. So now we want to enter the center area. Now, I believe it doesn't matter which route you take. I like to take the left one. Basically, you need to use a lot of small keys in order to get through here. Now, there are a couple of hidden areas in this kind of key maze, so you're going to want to look around constantly in case there's something that you miss. There's a huge rupee right, well, not a huge rupee, but there's a purple rupee right there. And I believe in here is actually where the first area is hidden. Or not. I get mistaken on a lot of things, so you're gonna have to excuse me. I don't know why I mess up so badly sometimes. Alright, so in here we have another area. Right back here is another treasure chest. Arrows, that's pretty nice, I guess. No hidden areas yet. And in here we got nothing. So, did I actually fail this? Did I really just fail this? Because I know there's a couple areas where you can get small keys again. So I'm going to carefully look over the area, and if I failed this, I'm going to cut ahead until I actually have all the small keys that I need. Aha! Right here, in the first room. Climb up here, there will be a treasure chest with a small key. Now, right over here is that other treasure chest at the end of the gauntlet side of things, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, I don't know why I missed that. I mean, I was checking around. I guess it skipped my mind or something, but that's where the other small key is that you need to continue to progress. Because there's only 6 keys total that you can get. So I think it would kind of be very unfair if they made it to where it was impossible to get through either side without any extra items or something like that. And then here we have the main treasure of this mini dungeon. And we get the ice arrow. We can set it to the C buttons and the arrows will be powered up. If you hit a target, it'll freeze. This arrow magic is granted only to those who complete the difficult training of the Gerudos, so use it with pride. So yeah, that is very, very useful. Actually, it's not useful at all. Actually, there is no purpose for the ice arrows whatsoever. If you want to use it, that's fine. It may be useful in combat to you, but it's not required at any point in the game. It is not useful for anything, honestly. You'd probably rather use fire arrows instead of ice arrows. But, yeah. So it's kind of a pointless treasure, but I'm going for 100%, so I can't really complain. Alright, so one thing that we'll want to do is head to the Desert Colossus to get a few more items that are available at the time. So I'm going to cut ahead and see you there. Alright, so once you're in the Desert Colossus, you have a few things you can do. I suggest changing it to night, actually, because there's 2 gold Skulltulas left we can get here. There's a total of 3, but you'll want to get them. And outside of videos, I am going to go to a Great Fairy Fountain or something and get all the fairies I need, because this is utterly ridiculous. Actually, I'm going to go there now, so I will see you once I'm out of the Great Fairy Fountain. Alright, so I'm out of the Fairies Fountain, finally. I'm sorry that I keep failing. I mean, I'm really not that bad at the game. I don't know why I've been failing so badly. It's just, I have no excuse for it. So right over here by the dried out pool, or oasis, or whatever you want to call it, will be a gold Skulltula hanging on this tree. And these lemurs, or whatever they're called, are getting really annoying. But unfortunately, you can't stop them from spawning. So, one last gold Skulltula. So what you want to do is head over to the Magic Bean Plant and go for a ride. Now be wary of your surroundings. That is not on this one, but it is on this rock right here. So be careful. And of course it goes away because it just happened to turn to daytime. So, change it back to night and get the gold Skulltula. And that is the last gold Skulltula outside of the Spirit Temple. We have a total of 98, 2 left in the Spirit Temple. So we have one more item we can get here in the Desert Colossus. And we're going to want to ride the Magic Bean Plant yet again. This time I suggest facing towards the stone archway outside the Desert Colossus at all times. And the Magic Bean Plant will go up and around. If you manage to jump on here, you get the last piece of heart in the game. Literally, we have every single piece of heart there is, and that is really all that's left in the game. We have every side quest completed as Young Link, every side quest completed as Adult Link, every heart container and heart piece except for the one from the Spirit Temple, and all of the gold Skulltulas except for the 2 that are left in the Spirit Temple. We are almost done, guys. After the Spirit Temple, we are done with the game. In the next episode, we're going to enter the Spirit Temple and see how far we can get. This is TheBladeGamer. See you next time.